Hello dears, so next topic in endocrinology, we are starting with other beautiful gland that is called our thyroid. So let's talk about thyroid gland. The first video we talked about already how they work, right? If Ashik will have first from my thyroid releasing hormone from hypothalamus, they will come to pituitary produce what? Thyroid stimulating hormone. They will go to what? Thyroid, and they produce T4, and T4 they will make you T3 like for metabolism. Imagine someone have more T4. If someone have more T4, they will say, hey pituitary, don't send TSH, don't send what? TRH from hypothalamus. So whenever someone have more T4, if more T4, so negative feedback starting here, so TSH will be decreased, you will have decreased TSH. That condition is simply known as hyperthyroidism. Like a repeated question in the exam, hyperthyroidism. More T4, so less TSH, right? Tell me, it is for metabolism. If someone has hyperthyroidism, what about the symptoms they will come up and show? For sure, they will have something called heat intolerance. They will be sweating a lot. Heat intolerance. Right? The metabolism is very high. Sure, their deep tendon reflex will be high. Deep tendon reflex will be high. They can have atrial fibrillation. Atrial fibrillation. Sure, they will have weight loss. Weight loss. So these are commonly seen with what? We have hypertension, we will have more respiratory rate because metabolism is what? Increasing. So these are the common scenario we see in a patient and complaining, doctor, I'm having what? Hyperthyroidism, right? So what are the classification or what we know about or what we have to know about or what are the main difference or main diseases we have to know from what? Hyperthyroidism. You might have heard about a disease called, right? Before that, I'm sorry, let's diagnose. What we do to diagnose a thyroid disease? We do a scan called, you might have heard, thyroid scintigraphy. Scintigraphy. If you feel like this name is so, just use radioactive iodine uptake scan. It's also called, remember, a radioactive iodine uptake scan. So let's first talk about the beautiful disease here, that is our Graves' disease. Graves. So the word only Graves, some terror here, something like a grave, right? Normally seen in ladies and all, autoimmune, she will have exophthalmos. It's a type of what? Hyperthyroidism. I'm talking about hyperthyroidism here, all the hyperthyroidism. First one, we talk about what? Graves' disease. The patient will have for sure exophthalmos. She will have pretibial myxedema. Pretibial myxedema. The eyes will bulge out. That is called exophthalmos, right? This lady, she will have weight loss, all other things, everything. What is happening here? There is antithyroid antibody. This lady is having what? The thyroid gland, antithyroid immunoglobulin or antithyroid antibody in what? Which gland? Thyroid gland. So exophthalmos, pretibial myxedema and antithyroid antibody can be seen or immunoglobulin, right? So in this case, we do a scan. That scan is what? Again, scintigraphy or radioactive iodine uptake scan. So what happens, see this, all they will have this thyroid antibody present here. They will have this thyroid antibody around. So if I put a radioactive iodine uptake scan, sure, all this thyroid follicle, the antibody, they scan, they illuminate. You can, in our language, they light. Or you can say, you can see hot nodule. Hot nodule. So I confirm the lady have which disease? Graves' disease, right? So the treatment we use, antithyroid drugs. Antithyroid drugs. You might have heard the drugs like thionamides. What are the examples of thionamides? Right? You might have heard about methimazole, propyl thiouracil. Heard about it, right? Are antithyroid drug. The drugs like methimazole, or you can use a drug like propyl thiouracil. They are antithyroid drug. Right? If the exophthalmos is very high, thyroid cancer, they are getting in a state called hyperthyroidism, so big mixed edema happening, you go for surgery. Do what? Surgery. So that's about first hyperthyroidism they will ask you in the exam, that is what? Graves' disease. Remember hot nodule, remember antithyroid antibody, the drug, and what we do after that. Then, second one, you might have heard about, there is something called thyroiditis. Itis always means what? Inflammation. Itis itself means inflammation. So in a thyroid gland, they will have inflamed part, some part will be inflamed. So if I put a radioactive iodine uptake scan here, what happens, you know? There will be only transient illumination. You can see for some time they illuminate because only some part is inflamed. After that they again become down. Or I will see hot nodule first, then they become cold. For transient means what? For a short period of time, temporary, they illuminate, then they come down in our language. Or the hot nodule, then they come to what? Cold. You might have heard about a very famous thyroiditis that is called Hashimoto's. It's a transient hyperthyroidism. Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Remember, Hashimoto is always painless. It's always painless. So once again, if someone asks you Hashimoto, what is it? Hyper or hypo? Of course, it's hyper first for some period of time and they permanently become what? Hypo. So you can see, if I do a scan, there also I can understand it very properly. Then there are some painful conditions we will have thyroiditis. You might have heard about some infective thyroiditis, some infection, or like D. curvanian, or any granulomatous. In all these cases, what is painful? Thyroiditis is painful. What is that? Infective case, in D. curvanian state and what? In granulomatous state, the thyroiditis is what? Completely painful. Okay. So, next one, there is a condition called toxic goiter, toxic nodular goiter, or multinodular toxic goiter. So the word toxic is important. They are non-toxic, it won't be hyperthyroidism. They are not producing any what? They are not producing any hormones. Right? If toxic only, they will be producing hormones. Okay. I hope you got this. So toxic goiter or toxic multinodular goiter. So sure what happens here? You can see in the thyroid, there will be nodules, and that nodules will be so toxic that they produce T3 or T4. They produce hormone. So if I put a radioactive iodine scan, here also I can see, my God, hot nodule. In the case of what? Toxic nodular goiter or multinodular what? Toxic goiter. Here also I can see what? Hot nodule. Now, next one. Sorry. There is one more that we have to know here. That is very important. That is a rule out thing here. That's where we make confusion. So there is something called factitious thyroiditis, or we can call it as exogenous, or other condition, stroma ovary. You might have heard about a condition called stroma ovary. See what is happening here? Factitious means some females or some people, they want to become zero size. They want to become like Aishwarya Rai or someone lean like a pencil. So they take thyroxine from outside so they can have weight loss. My God, they take a lot of time. Or green tea, they contain thyroxine. So if you take a more thyroxine, that will also cause you what? Hyperthyroidism. But here, are they dependent on thyroid gland? Of course, no. We are taking from outside. Stroma ovary means ovary produce what? T4, T3. Then we are taking from outside, exogenous. In both the cases, there is no connection with your thyroid. You will have cold nodule. But these all can cause you what? Hyperthyroidism. What? The Graves' disease, thyroiditis, then toxic nodular goiters, as well as what? Factitious exogenous or what? Stroma ovary. All this can cause you what? Hyperthyroidism and symptoms. And you understood, if you do radioactive iodine scan, where you get hot nodule and where you get what? Cold nodule. Wherever thyroid is having like nodule toxic one that produce T3 or T4, that is what? Hot. They are not producing. That is called what? Cold nodule. Now, there is something called, there is thyroid crisis, or you can call it as thyrotoxicosis. It means the patient will have sudden increase in T3, T4. As a result, right, patient will have atrial fibrillation, my God. Patient will have hypotension. Patient will have signs of shock. Patient will have hyperthermia. Sudden increase in T3 and T4 that make the patient even in the shock. Hypotension, hyperthermia. So of course, if a patient comes to the clinic with a shock, thyroid crisis, how you treat them? First we give them what? IV fluid. Right? They are coming, doctor. The hyperthermia, actually the fever will be more than 105 Fahrenheit. My God, too much fever. 105. So first you give IV fluid, then you give him a blanket. There is a best drug asked in all the exam. Thyroid crisis. What do you give them? You will give them a drug called propranolol. Actually, propranolol, they prevent conversion of T4 to T3. So for symptomatically, you can stop the patient. Propranolol, right? So first IV fluid, blanket, propranolol. Then you can give what? Antithyroid drugs. Like, already, right? Propyl thiouracil or methimazole. We already talked there. Then you can give patient some steroids to make the patient stable. We'll try for some what? Steroid. Right? So that's what you have to remember from what? Hyperthyroidism. And thyroid crisis or thyrotoxicosis, what are the symptoms? How you manage them? And what is hot nodule? What is cold nodule? What are the different reasons for hyperthyroidism? Hope everyone is clear. Thank you.